going over December 2020 monthly recap and kind of
yearly recap.
Yeah, annual recap of all of 2020.
Starting January 1st, we are starting to work on finishing one page of 16 pages for World 9 story. And we're going to roll the dice to figure out what page that is.
I suppose this is weird because it's a 20-sided dice.
We have 16 pages. Did you have an idea? Because you.
How will it? We'll only do 1 to 16. We'll ignore anything 17 to 20.
Okay.
4.
So what is that?
I'll do Guardian 1, page 4.
In order of this, how the story goes.
Yeah, I suppose we need to figure that out.
Yeah.
We could just do Emerald do page 4.
Or we did Guardian 4, now we roll again, but then we're
Guardian
using
4.
20 as dice.
What are we doing? Guardian 4 page, Guardian 1 page.
Well, I guess we're going to look and see like what actually is a good page to do.
Right. Maybe we'll do that first. We're going to do this later. Actually, I suppose we could do this.
We could do this.
Because it is one of the things we need to do. Let's do this in a minute. Recap first?
Sure.
Let's get that out of the way.
So recap, that's one thing we're going to do. And we're going to spend 4 months doing it.
It's basically the same system as last year. But with finishing the tales instead of
one page. Anyway.
1 page per tale.
So we're doing the same thing with the drafting, which we've done all year last year. Now we're just adding in every 4 months. Probably just for like 3 months. We're going to, 3 times, I think, or maybe twice only in the year.
Yeah.
We're going to maybe
We'll
finish.
see how well we do with this. Yeah.
But essentially the plan right now is choose 1 page from World 29 or World 9, which we drafted last year, and finish it for 4 months. Just work, on it on the side amongst everything, and bring it up to a point where we can have words and images, and we can actually read it, and it looks good.
Yeah. One of the things that from drafting last year, like all of last year, we drafted out 4 total worlds, and it was the first time that any drafting for a Treasure Tale world has been done ever.
Yeah.
So we kind of figured out, like, okay,
legendary.
We know how to draft, kind of. Like, we've at least done it, a draft exists in the world that we can look at and be like, how would we do this if we were to do it well?
It's the first time we ever attempted to actually put the things together.
Yeah, we never even did that with like Lantern Valley Rise
in this
and
format
and stuff.
Yeah,
all. Like nothing we took and been like,
or
how
we
just like
maybe we tried this twice, and both times it was like we're trying to do so much so fast and ridiculous.
Yeah, so we did steps of it and stuff.
Yeah,
with
this is like
time and whatnot.
By the end of the 4 months, to have a tangible thing that's
one single page.
You can read it.
Yeah. That's also going to help us learn how to draft better this year, which like we did some drafts, so we know what a draft is. This year, as we continue drafting, we're going to try and learn how to draft well. So at the end of this year, hopefully we know how to draft pages. Yeah. But we at least know what drafts are, so we know what to do. And with finishing pages, now that we're like, we don't want to do a big bulk of it yet because we need a bunch more drafts before we figure out what we really need, like a finish should look like. But we can at least try to finish things now, so we know where drafts should go to help us finish better. And then by the end of that, we'll just be a little faster at drafting this time around too, just because we know what the draft is and where we're going. Mm-hmm. So finishing a thing is going to help us like learn how to refine that process and be quicker and quicker, so it'll open up more time for us to finish. And they feed into each other. So yeah, to just get decent at stuff by the end of the year is kind of the so that we do decent drafts and we have a few pages finished, so that we understand finishing pages the way we do drafts now, which is just like, all right, we know what a finished page looks like. That isn't just some real malar that we did in a week. Mm-hmm.
So we're starting with World 9 doing the finishing, and then World 24 doing the finishing, or this drafting.
Good old tips.
Which World 9 is somewhere in here.
Yeah.
These are really old sketches that I did of basically a photo bashing kind of landscape of each world, as well as some of their fantastical creature type things. And that's something I'm going to be doing a lot more for drafting, is doing
This type of stuff.
Yeah, doing things that just capture the essence with like photo bashing or with whatever way I want to do it. But basically, exploring, doing iterating concept designs with procedural chaos.
Yeah. I suppose with like what it would have looked like with World 9, for example, would have been starting to look at element stuff and doing more, like there were some practices of kind of drawing like cell shaded, funky little shortened and like widened characters and stuff like that, but it would to focus on that rather than just be like, this is a thing I'll do once in the 4 months. Instead just be like, that's the thing, and then it'll capture that vibe. So yeah.
It's like, what are these guys gonna look like? There we go.
Yeah, these are so old that Telva and Adair are here, which are totally different tales entirely. So like the names are often the ones that are hanging up in the kitchen of World 6, 26, and 27. These things are so old that we've changed the names on a lot of the characters.
Yeah, who are these guys?
Yeah.
So this month we kind of were breaking. It's a break period, and for me, I've basically just leaned into setting myself up for January with just kind of ways of going about things with in terms of organizing folders and different things. So I haven't like organized everything, but it's set myself up to utilize and created a system where it's going to slowly eliminate anything that's not useful. And I've never really had a system that's working in that way before, that it seems to work. It's it's doing its job, and it's allowing me to utilize different things that I previously just had buried and would never have seen otherwise. So it's kind of like this. We want everything to eventually be on 16 pages.
Yeah, and to get there, we just need to make huge mounds of paper. There are way too, like, we did so much extra work when we drafted World 9 initially.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat that, yeah, it's kind of neat that, like, what last year this time,
we didn't have any of that.
Yeah, we had nothing.
Nothing at all.
For Treasure Tales, we rolled the dice, got Noah's World, and like, all right, time to get to work. This time, here it is.
Yeah.
This is what we did for those 4 months this time last year. And now it's like, all right, we take one, see how far we can go. It's kind of fun that way.
Yeah.
It is weird. We're not randomizing one for what we're drafting. We randomized that in October to do it through the October, November, December, September?
Yeah.
September to December. Yeah, so it's September to December. And when we finished World 6, the beginning of November, we were like, maybe we shouldn't do one during this time, so we actually have a normal break. So these last couple months have been a lot of organizing, reviewing these, getting things set up for like our behind the scenes stuff, social media stuff, just everything.
Yeah.
And I wrote a novel.
Updated a website. Yeah, I wrote a novel. Yeah.
Things like that. So yeah, lots of other work happened in these 2 months, which is great. And this is probably a good system to do next year too, where we randomize the world. We just don't super focus on it, and we just know what's going.
Yeah, and we just it was that we actually had a break. Otherwise, we wouldn't have actually had a break from making Treasure Tales.
Yeah. To have a period of time every year where we're not in the middle of a 4-month binge on trying to do massive stories worth of work. Yeah. It's good. Breaks are good.
Yeah.
Having one more in the middle of the year would be handy. But
it'll be interesting getting back into it now.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a good work schedules and habits and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of translating it from what we're doing now to being like, all right,
time to do this.
We have back to this, and it's a ton of work.
Yeah.
It's a ton of work, but gotta do it. Gotta gotta do it sometime. Yeah. This is our time to do it. We only have 4 weeks or 4 months to do these now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 months to do them before we're jammed with another.
I think the
draft
finishing's
season.
going to be good because I was just thinking, like, this thing it's so cryptic that, like, you can't, it's so, to picture it actually together is, like, so cryptic.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it would be so much clearer for me to actually have, like, one page even done. That's just like, okay, this is...
By the end of the year to have one of 4 different worlds or something.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow. I get, like, the different directions we can take.
Like,
these,
it's like...
all sorts of stuff.
It's just, if you're going to make a film, but you don't have...
If there's never been a movie...
You've never seen a film before.
Yeah,
it's
then
like,
it's like...
what am I trying to do?
It's like after so long, then people start adding something like cuts. So you cut from, like, one place to another, and the first time people see that, it's like really awkward or
jarring
whatever,
or
like,
something. Yeah.
But now it's just so normal, and like that's where we are with Treasure Tales. It's
Yeah.
like we haven't even discovered the cut.
Yeah.
We haven't discovered anything.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Here, you put audio in here. How do we do audio? Like, yeah. So yeah, I suppose let's do it.
That's about it, I guess, for now, for the recap.
Yeah.
We're going to choose World 9 page, and we're going to keep making these recaps every month and our behind the scenes on Gumroad. You can download every month's work, and that's about it. Start of 2021. Crazy.